Welcome everybody to Level M Diecast. Hope you had a great and fantastic Christmas. We are rolling through the rest of this Greenlight that we picked up. We're just going to roll through these. We do have a couple hobby exclusive C8 Corvettes. These two recently came out. There's also one for the Ron Fellows driving school, but unfortunately I kind of missed out on that one. You guys already know. So we're going to crack both of these ones open. Looks pretty good. I do particularly like the silver one. Just a little bit of a bias there. More hobby exclusives. We do have this J10 Golden Eagle Tribute Jeep Gladiator. Looks freaking awesome. This looks super cool. It does have Screaming Eagle on the hood. So definitely going to crack that open. Super excited for that one. Another one that I am personally excited for. Another Tahoe. I just don't think there is enough Tahoes. This one is for Escambia County Sheriff in Pensacola, Florida. That one looks fantastic. We're going to crack that guy open. And then, of course, the Bengal Tiger. Yes, the Bengal Charger. Bengal Tiger. There's your Bengal Tiger right there. We're going to crack that one open, too. Of course, a little bit Mopar love. A little bit of bias here on the channel, Mopar love. But we do have some other stuff that's not hobby exclusives. One model from Club V-Dub. This is from Series 15, the Volkswagen Golf GTI 1980. This is the race version GTI. So we're going to crack that guy open. Super excited about that. Fall Guy. This is the last one we have left from the particular series. We just got a select couple from there. This is the 77 Dodge Monaco in police deco. So always happy to add another big bodied Mopar. And then we have a couple black Bandits. This one, the 71 Datsun 510 with some skis on the top. This is the second time, I believe, we're seeing skis on the Datsun. Previously, I believe it was in the vintage ad cars. And, of course, there was some BRE colors on those skis. We're looking pretty good. And then, of course, 1988 Ford Taurus Black Bandit Police. No, this is not RoboCop Police. This is Black Bandit Police. But they're pretty close to the same cop cars. So we'll chop these open and put them on the rotator guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go a little bit out of order, I guess you can say. We're just going to start with the Black Bandits. We're going to start 1971 Datsun 510 with the ski rack. Of course, Black Bandit, we've seen the Datsun in Black Bandit, but we have not seen him with the ski rack. So this is a nice little touch. It does have some pretty nice silver around, the windows and whatnot. Kind of a nice little touch there. It does have silver skis too, which is pretty nice. This guy does have an opening feature. We'll check that out here in a minute as it rolls around. Of course, black wheels, black bumpers, black interior, all that good stuff. That's what makes it Black Bandit. It does have a little bit of kind of ghost printing on there too. That is on the hood. So it's a little bit of an offset color black. Looks kind of good. Some stripes running down. If you look on the skis, very, very close. It does say Black Bandit on the skis, which is very, very nice. The skis are printed up differently. So you have Black Bandit on one side, and then you have just black stripe on the other side. And then we'll just see if the hood wants to... Oh, man. That is all the hood wants to open. But there is some good details in there. Looks pretty good. I'm not sure why this hood doesn't want to open very far, but... it doesn't. And then, of course, there is Black Bandit on the side there. That's another nice little ghost feature on there as well. A little bit of print on the back. Does say Datsun. There we go. Taking a look at the base. 3128 is the number. So pretty high number on this one, but it looks still pretty good. Always happy to add another Datsun. Never seems to be enough Datsuns somehow, even though we have a bazillions of them. All right, next one we're going to take a look at. This is the Ford Taurus, 1988 Ford Taurus, Black Bandit Police. I absolutely love this casting. You guys already know. You guys know. If you follow this channel, you know that I am absolutely stoked about the Taurus. There is another version that is out right now that I don't currently have. But, Santa may have told me that that's en route. We'll see what happens coming this week. But this one looks fantastic. It does have an interesting wheel on it. We'll take a look at that. But it does have a nice modern light bar on it, which is interesting. I thought they might go a little bit more old school with this since it's from the late 80s. But definitely a little bit more modern light bar. I think it's perfectly fine. It does have push bar bumper in the front as well. And of course, it'll have your black Bandit Police logo on the side there. So it does say Black Bandit Police. This says 911 on the back quarter panel as well. The only thing that bothers me about these black Bandits is they're ultra shiny, and then there's some flat black in there. It's very difficult to get the lighting to cooperate with these. So these wheels are interesting. These are not standard Taurus wheels. They do a Taurus wheel. I think that would have been a better fit, just do it in black, but they did this wheel. It doesn't look right, and it looks a little small. I definitely don't like that look. But the push bumper and stuff on the front looks pretty good. It does say BB on there for Black Bandit. Taking a look at our base deets, flip that around. $37.92 is the base on this guy. And yes, he is ready for a trailer hitch. I really hope we don't see this in hitch and tow, but we might. We might, and if we do, it is what it is. So, carrying it on with the police theme. 1977 Dodge Monaco. Big body Mopar, looks super good. This is for Sheriff from The Fall Guy. Not a show I have really seen or paid attention to, but I know that there's a kind of a cool Chevy truck or GMC truck in that show, I guess. A little bit before my time, but this one looks pretty good. You can see there's some hazing, some fogging on the windows. That's pretty typical Greenlight. It's on the inside, so there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. This is the light bar I thought might be a little bit more appropriate for that Taurus, but we got a modern light bar, and there's nothing wrong with that. This casting's pretty good. Does have very large proportions, and of course it does have an opening hood. So let me pull that off real quick so I can hopefully get the hood open for you guys real quick. There we go. Since that one will actually stay up, we'll just throw that down, give him a little rotator time. It's an enormous hood. It's an enormous hood. Probably the biggest hood they do in any of their Greenlight models. But it's pretty accurate. The casting's pretty good. So it does have just a blue painted engine down in there with black air cleaner on it. It's meant to be utilitarian. After all, it is a cop car. So nothing fancy with that. Hood closes pretty good. Base deets on here. See where our number is. It's got to be on here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right above the word Greenlight. Looks like 2489 is the number. So it's always interesting when they put a clear coat on the bases. I think it's kind of redundant, but Greenlight does it because maybe they think it just looks a little bit better, and then there is a little shield logo on the side. So just throwing that in there. Looks okay. Looks okay. Other than the windows, that was a pretty good quality version. All right, next up, 1980 Volkswagen Golf GTI Series 15 B-dubs. I love this casting. Every version of it. They do the Rabbit, they do the Golf, they do the GTI, the standard one, with bumpers, no bumpers. This is the race version. Yes, this one does have a opening hood as well. So thus far, the only one without a moving feature was the Taurus, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't really need to have an opening hood on the Taurus. It's a utilitarian vehicle. But this one looks very, very good. It says Kamei Auto Extras. Looks pretty good. I like the yellow, orange, and red deco on there. This is more than likely a licensed deco or based on a licensed deco. Not something that I don't think Greenlight just came up with out of nowhere. But I do like the gold wheels on there too. Look excellent. They just knocked it out with this casting. It's always been good. It's always been really, really good. The front end looks pretty good as well. Got some print on the headlights there for the race version. They're not just standard headlights. So that's a very cool detail from Greenlight. Like I said, the hood does open. It opens very, very good. So there is your details down in there. It's very three-dimensional. So it's very, very nice details. And then, of course, just the print on the headlight covers looks pretty good. There you go. Get the hood closed. Get that nice detail in there. And then taking a look at our base, flip this around the correct way. 884 is the number, so lowest number thus far. Always nice to get a sub 1,000 number. It's kind of rare, though. It's kind of rare because it's just the way it works. All right, we're going to move on to our hobby exclusives, and we're going to start with the Bengal Tiger. for the Bengal Charger RT, 1968 to be exact. Of course, it is all done up orange with the black stripe on the back. Give it that tiger look. Make it the Bengal Tiger, obviously. But it looks pretty good. I do like, of course, everything Mopar. A little biased here. But it's really, really nice. The hood detail, or I'm sorry, the black top detail looks very good. Nice contrast. And, of course, it's got those nice Kragers on there, which always look good on this casting. This casting's been around for a very long time. Better part of 15 years. Maybe even a little bit older than 15 years. But this casting's been rocking it. And there's still new ones to come out with. It does have opening hood. So just pop that open, let that roll. Very interesting color for the engine down in there. It's kind of a turquoise green. I don't know if there's any purpose to that, but does have a matching orange air cleaner. That is a pretty nice touch, but the engine block color is interesting. It's very interesting. So close that hood down there. Looks pretty good. Just some details on the side there. Looks fantastic. Of course, does say Charger on the C-pillar, or technically the B-pillar, I guess, because there is no B-pillar in here. But it still looks fantastic. Does say Charger on the front. There is some plate detail on this one because probably based on a real one. So 748 VR. And then taking a look at our base deets, 1305 is the number. So not a bad number. Very good quality version though. So always happy to get the good quality ones. You guys know that the channel, we just struggle with Greenlight. All right, moving on to our J10 Honcho Tribute 2020 Jeep Gladiator with the Screaming Eagle on the hood. This might be my favorite one of the whole haul, or at least this whole haul. I really like this a lot. I think they chose a fantastic wheel. Just looks really, really good. It's very interesting what Greenlight does with some of these castings. So if you look at this Jeep, the front window looks a little off. The only reason it looks off is because the rear windows are very heavily tinted, and the front windows are not tinted, so it actually looks like it's not right. I don't know why Greenlight does that. I don't know why they can't just tint all the windows equally, but it is what it is. I think it would look better if they were all tinted up, but that's just me. The Screaming Eagle is the best part though, by far. Looks super good. Does have a silver grille. So very interesting details on there. Of course, gold wheels is where it's at. And yes, like I've said a million times, the top does not come off. It's not supposed to come off. It is a separate piece. So if you want to customize it, you could probably take it off. There is the details. Does have the J10 logo right there on the front quarter panel. And then it says Golden Eagle on the bottom. Looks very, very good. I think the wheel choice is good. They did a fantastic job. Just a pretty good version. Other than that, pretty standard. Base deets. There is the base deets. 393. Wow. Haven't been getting much low numbers with that before, but wow, that's pretty nice. So 393 on a hobby exclusive is pretty good. Does have a black painted base. So that's pretty nice. Of course, this guy has done it for trail hitch because he has been in hitch and tow before, and I guarantee you he'll be in hitch and tow again. All right. Probably my favorite Greenlight casting that's ever been made. I talk about this all the time. You guys may be getting sick and tired of me talking about the Tahoe, but the reality is it is a fantastic casting. This one is pretty good too. So Escambia County, Pensacola, Florida. Looks really, really good. I like the green color. The prints look super crisp on this one. The front end looks good. Has push bar on it, of course, which is very fantastic. Utilitarian wheels. It's a utility vehicle. It's a police vehicle. Like I mentioned before, it does have a painted taillights. They are not lensed, but I think they work perfectly fine for this one. Of course, you see there is a plate detail. We'll get that up a little bit closer because this is obviously based on a real unit. I really like this modern LED light bar. Super small, super flat. There's no colors on it, just silver in there. Obviously, because they would just light up red and blue on the real ones. The prints look very good on the side. Very nice and crisp, like I mentioned. plate detail on the back. So it looks like 1821. Deputy Sheriff, very nice details on the back. The whole hatch piece section here is painted black. That is a very, very nice touch. Then just moving around to the front end. Of course, looking good again. This model does have the running boards added on. They are a separate piece. So looking at our number in there, it says right here. Looks like about 15 or 1672, somewhere right there. So pretty decent number. Of course, this guy is done up for a trailer hitch because he is going to be in hitch and tow, guaranteed. I guarantee it. All right, we're going to move on to the C8s to roll out with. This is the first one in like this electric yellow, which looks pretty good. These are both still going to be Stingrays, by the way. It does have the wing on the back. Of course, this guy does have an opening hatch, plus he also has a removable top. You'll see there is a rubber band on there. So we'll get that rubber band off there shortly. Just let him roll around. I am very torn on this casting. There are good things about this casting. There are plenty of bad things about this casting. One of the things I don't like is the print on the lensed headlights. It doesn't look very good. The other thing I don't like about this particular casting is that the brake calipers are attached to the caliper on the inside. So they move with the wheel. So the whole thing moves. So the brakes do not stay fixed. So they are painted, but they don't stay fixed. They move all the time, which is weird. Like I said, this guy does have an opening hood. So let me see if I can get that open real quick. Always got to fight with the wing. All right, there we go. So there is the opening hood or trunk or however you want to put it. Pretty good details down in there. Looks pretty good. It's very, very close with that wing on the back. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to get it open sometimes. But it is in there. It looks pretty good. It does open pretty good. And it doesn't close all that well, though. But it opens pretty good. And then, of course, we'll take the little rubber band off right here in real time. And then the little roof piece just comes off. Roof piece does have the Corvette logo on there. Looks pretty good. That is a kind of a goldish silver, the two stripes on there. So it's a good model. I do like the fact that it's got the removable top. It would be cool if you could actually put it in the back and it actually fit back there. That would be interesting, but it doesn't fit. So just make sure you don't lose it. Taking a look at our base deets on this one, 1159 is the number. So pretty average number. And no, he's not done up with a trailer hitch because Greenlight is not that ridiculous that they would even have a notion of putting a C8 as a tow vehicle. But you know what? Things have happened. All right, very last one in the whole mix. This is the last model, last C8. This one looks very, very good. I do like this silver color. Now, this one is a separate casting. So this one is the basically permanent convertible. So it does not have an opening hatch in the back because there's no removable top or anything. So they are two separate castings. So in case you guys are wondering, it's not just, missing the top piece. It's completely different in the back. I'll put the other C8 up there here in a second. This super dark silver looks really, really good. I really like this color. It's extremely metallic. Looks fantastic. The black wheels are good. They are same wheels as on the other one, but same wing too. Actually, I think this wing might be a little bit higher. But taking a look at our base deets on the bottom, 353. Okay, all right. So another nice low number. So we'll take those. We'll take those for sure. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and roll out with the C8s. And just show that they are two separate castings, but they both look equally good, especially with your America flag draped in the back. So there you go. We are almost completely out of the Greenlight stuff that we have picked up. I still have Outdoor Series 2, Great Outdoor Series 2 with detents. So that one is coming as well, and then we'll be all caught up. So until then, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Level 1 Diecast. Peace.